Hey there, everyone. Just getting set up to make sure this is streaming. It should be live in a moment. And let's see. Okay, got it. Hello. If you haven't met me before, my name is Elizabeth Hughes. I'm very happy that you're here today because I am going to talk about having a fool for a patient. You know, the adage, a doctor who treats himself as a fool for a patient. Um, I'm going to bring up a couple other quotes that came to mind as I was thinking about this topic, which is no one who ever, no one who listens to himself ever learns anything, and you cannot change a problem from the level of thinking that created it. So these are three different statements that are pointing toward the same thing, which is if you want something that is radically different, a different experience in your life, no matter what it is, whether it's a relationship, whether it's something professional, whether it's something with your health, if it doesn't matter. If you want to experience something radically different, you need a different perspective. You can't solve the problem thinking the way you did when the problem was created or when the problem came into your life or whatever it is. Now, I'm going to give a very specific example with physicians because we are a tough bunch. We like to, in fact, we have a need to be right. And we have an almost a sense of pride of taking information, internalizing it, getting it, and running with it, and thinking that one little bit of information is enough to make a radical difference. And I'm pointing a finger as much at me as I am at anybody else, because for a very long time, that is exactly what I did when I was having professional dissatisfaction. I would get a little bit of help, or I'd get a little hint, or I'd go after one little thing, and I'd fool myself into thinking I had it all, like I had it. I've learned what I need to. I'm going to just apply that one little thing and boom-o, it's going to change things. Well, that made a revolving door of problems. And it made a revolving door that also included a lot of self-judgment. I thought I had this. How can I end up back here again? How can I end up in another dissatisfying job or whatever it was? I mean, it kept going around and around until I recognized that I could not make the radical change to get professional satisfaction and actually relationship satisfaction and personal satisfaction and all those other things. I could not get that level of satisfaction by thinking the same way I did and relying only on myself the way I created the problem. Like at a certain point, I became the problem. Even if something else in the world was going on, the fact that I wasn't, I'm going to use the word submitting, but yeah, that's what it is. The fact that I was not willing to put myself in someone else's hand and really, really take their advice and their perspective became my problem. It became it became the biggest thing. Because no matter what you're facing, no matter what it is that's going on, there is a way out of it. There is a way to get what you want, right? There is a way to do it. It's just that if you probably can't see it, but someone else can. Someone else can. And it takes an act of great humility and setting aside of pride, which I guess is the same thing as humility. It takes an act of great humility and great dedication to your dream, your desires, to set aside all of that pride and all of that logic and all of those, I should be able to do this myself, that may be coming up, and get the help you need. But the help you need to get what you want is out there when you look for it. And when you look for something that says, okay, I need a different approach, a completely different approach. And the thing is, that completely different approach often sounds and feels really radically different from the way you've been thinking before. And guess what? That's a good thing. That's a good thing. You need to get shaken up. You need to have what you think challenged. You need to have your habitual ways of responding and reacting uh, shattered. That's what you need. That's what that um, that's what having a different level of thinking to solve a problem feels like. It feels incredibly unsteady at first. At first. And a lot of people are unwilling to have that unsteady feeling, that feeling like everything I knew has fallen away from beneath me and I can't find solid ground anymore. That feels awful. And when you try to radically change your thinking for yourself, you are not going to want to go onto that non-solid ground. What is that? You're not going to want to like basically put yourself standing in the middle of quicksand, which is what it feels like. And I know this from personal experience. And that's even more a reason why you need to get help. Someone who is going to help you reground, help you not just tread water in quicksand, or you're supposed to basically tread water in quicksand to keep yourself afloat, but it's more than that. Learn how to get out of it. That process you can't do by yourself. So if you are a physician and you, despite all your intelligence, are feeling stuck and you still are holding on to that idea that it should be something that you fix for yourself, you'll get truly transformed. You will truly start making progress the moment you drop that and you get some help. Change that perspective. Learn that new way of thinking. Stop keeping your own counsel as your sole counselor and bring in some trusted advisors. That's what it takes to get real change. That's all.